It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Memphis Grizzlies here at home. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. Now, I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Pass to Edey, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry on the wing. Three-pointer. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
It's stolen by Green. Really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. The kick outside to Butler. Golden State moving it around. Here's the floater. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Bridges left side. Out to Morant. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Deflects the pass. Right side, Butler. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside for Curry. Shot clock at 5. That's good on the jump shot. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
Inside. Abdi on the wing. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Memphis shooting their first free throw this game.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. To the inside. The 19-foot shot. Good on the jump shot. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And Jimmy Butler is very comfortable operating in that mid-range area.
Avdia up top. Now here's Hart. Back to Avdia. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Bridges inside the three-point line. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The kick outside to Butler. It's to Curry. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Outside Butler. Hit by Kuminga. Floats it up for Kuminga. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Such nice work from Butler off the pick.
And it's Hart penetrating. Outside Avdia. We've got 1:28 left here in the opening quarter. Avdia on the wing. No good on the triple. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Kuminga. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Golden State. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. Here's Podziemski. Edey with the rebound.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Kyle play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Edey. Warriors with the rebound. Pass to Moody. Takes a three. Nailed from three-point land.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the paint. It's stolen by Green. For the finish. The big dunk at the end of the break.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period.
The Warriors, 20.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
And Memphis turns it over again. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Here's Bridges. The teardrop falls in.
At one time, Bridges developed the floater to complement the rest of his arsenal.
Here's Podziemski. The offensive rebound. Second chance effort. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got 5 now.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love the dedication. This is how you have to play. Don't let up just because you're out front.
Here's Edey. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
At the line for the Warriors, Podziemski. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. Podziemski hits them both. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
The Grizzlies trailed by 15. Morant scanning the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
Yeah, and Butler pretty scary when he gets out in transition.
Morant with it. Now Green defending. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Now to the line for the Grizzlies, number 8.
And here are the Grizzlies now. 17-point game.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Shots good from Butler.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
Morant, the bounce pass. Some nice passing there by Memphis. To the wing on the left. To the middle. Here's Huff. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Huff's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Morant left side. Outside, Avdia. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented in keeping his focus on the basket.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry on the wing. For the three. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 10 points.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Out to Bridges. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Morant with it. 6 points for him.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Down low. Here's Post. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 18.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson's ability to both dive to the rim as well as pop out for a jump shot makes him an excellent partner in the pick and roll.
Outside Curry. Morant with the steal. By himself. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, Morant is so fast with his hands, both defensively and making quick passes.
Pass to Post. And here is Kuminga. Here's Hield. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Outside, Kuminga. From outside, off the mark. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 14. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Curry. 12 points for him. Takes the three. The shot, no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Grizzlies trail by 12. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Here's Podziemski. Podziemski on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Podziemski's got 11.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Morant. Yes, that goes in. He's got 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Jackson Davis. To the inside. Stolen by Avdia. Inside. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors leading by 14. Three-pointer, Payton. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Everything Morant does is electric. He causes so many problems with his movement.
We've seen them struggle in the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much. Whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half-court, you got to do it as a unit.
Now, here's Moody. 5 points in the game. Bridges left side. Outside, Avdia. Over Moody. Nails the baby hook. Avdia's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys. Warriors leading by 13. Now Curry. He's got 12. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the paint. Here's Hart. Kicks it out to Covington. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Pass to post. Outside, Green. To the middle. Covington with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Healed outside. Curry on the wing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Curry. There aren't many players who can score at the volume he has and make it look as easy as he does every game. He averages more than 36 points a game.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Count the basket. Curry's got 14 points.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And Hart has it in the corner. Healed with it. Now Covington defending. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Five to shoot. Here's post. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:44 left in the third quarter of the game. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Green, the screen, shoots the three. Curry making it look so easy.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Hart. Back to Morant. Driving inside. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
Morant. Out to Bridges. Here's Edey. Jackson Davis defending. Back to Bridges. Lock at 6. Here's Edey. A fadeaway. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Different look here for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 13. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. And so here's Memphis. Back to Morant. Pass to Edey. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And another three for Golden State.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And so it's that one. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate. Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating. Frustrating as heck. Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Back to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Hart with it. Defended by Moody. Here's Avdia. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Healed outside. The three. Again, Healed missing.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Avdia. Second shot opportunity. Picked him clean. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Told them, pedal to the metal. Adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. You start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Curry, that's good.
And it's been this way all night. When Steph gets going, amazing things can happen.
Fades and shoots. And the shot is good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to post. And here is Butler. Defended by Avdia. Fires the three. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies trailed by 14. Down low. Here's Heaney. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Heaney's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Back to Butler. Right side Curry. Shoots over Morant. Another miss by Curry. And here's Morant.
Best dunking point guard in the game. Ja Morant.
Warriors leading by 10. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Curry wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 22 points.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Here's Heaney. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Bridges misses. Warriors leading by 11. Butler in the corner. Golden State moving it around. Outside Curry. Off target from outside. And so it's Memphis with it. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, unselfish play from Bridges, continuing to grow as a leader with plays like that.
Knocked away. Here's Curry with the three. And it's Morant with the rebound. Now the Grizzlies with it. Over in the corner, Avdia. Hands it from downtown. Avdia's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Inside, Butler with the steal. It's to Curry. Uncovered. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Warriors.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the three ball is good. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, he launched that one from way outside.
3 points.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. It's game time in San Francisco as the crowd looks to cheer on their Golden State Warriors. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss to Sacramento. Here's Heaney. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Greg, this matchup features 2 teams that want to slow things down and run their offense. In the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Inside, and Green slams it in.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Morant with it. Butler covering. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. It's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
A defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And the Warriors making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Pocket 6. Jackson has the open look. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got 6.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Here's Morant. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
Number 00.
Outside, Avdia. Here's Edey. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Outside, Kuminga. Here he goes.
So ferocious on the drive. Kuminga just sprinting to his spot.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Butler. He's got 6. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Morant scanning the floor. Here's Edey. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Bridges. Here's Edey. And he gets the bucket. Now Hield. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Curry. Lets it fly. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the paint. Here's Edey. Out to Morant. Pass to Edey. The rebound by Hield. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Kuminga. Outside Curry. And it's in there.
Well, not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Edey. Back to Bogdanovich. Here's Edey. 4 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich with the screen. No good with the triple.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, just dominating, controlling that
spot. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. McBride with the ball, and the layup falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Curry attacking. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now here's Hart. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to McBride. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors leading by 10. That one drops for him.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he's good on the three ball. McBride's got it back down to single digits for Memphis.
That is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Back to Curry. Over Kennard. And the jumper is good. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Ball's knocked loose. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
Stephen Curry. One shot.
Only the last time you watched Steph Curry on the NBA floor not have a smile on his face. I mean, always playing with that infectious joy.
Here's Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 9 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Pass to McBride. And that one is stuffed right through.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Bajemski, the bounce pass. Butler on the way. Over Bridges. Butler, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
Pulls up on the wing, and the Warriors miss again.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Bajemski's shot is good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Out to Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Craig, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
They grab their own miss. Outside for Curry. Hit by Kuminga. Fires from deep. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 12.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 19-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Kuminga, and it's blocked. Here's McBride. He's got 7. Pass to Huff. Right side, Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
I like the way Avdia is competing right now, always looking to make a play.
They kick out to Hield. Morant with the steal. And finished off by Morant.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam taped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
And that one's good. Morant.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And here is Curry. 17 points in the game.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. A three-pointer, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Kuminga goes in. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Hield outside. From outside, off the mark. The Grizzlies trailed by 16. Here's Morant. Right side, Jackson. Back to Morant. And Hart has it in the corner. And here we go. There's Kuminga. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kuminga's got 6 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to Jackson. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Down low, Curry with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 22 points.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Pass to Edey. 4 seconds left. The layup off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Now Podziemski. Here's the three. Edey with the rebound. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And they double up Butler. Payton in the corner. It's tipped. Stolen by Avdia. Morant with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Morant's got the first field goal of the second half for Memphis. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Payton. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Misses off the left iron.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
Memphis shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Second half of play. We're just over a minute in. And they double up Butler. Out to Payton. Beyond the arc. Ja Morant with the rebound.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Morant right side. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Bridges outside. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Bridges got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Back to Podziemski.
Right here.
Outside Butler. Shoots over Morant. Butler, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's Bridges, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Man, Looney is so long, gets up there and crushes it.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Edey. Outside for Jackson. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg. This timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration. A player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Morant outside, just 2 to shoot. Here's Avdia, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Healed outside. Back to Curry. To the inside. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here they come. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. To the middle. 6 to shoot. Hart, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
A nice shot by Moody.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
It's Hart on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hart's got 5 now.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
It's Curry outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant left side. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass to McBride. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Curry. Out to Bridges. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Edey. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys. deciding to change it up. Warriors leading by 8. Curry looking it over. On the wing, Payton. Golden State moving the ball around. For 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
When Payton has a chance to get his feet set, he can knock down that 3 pretty consistently.
Here's McBride. Good on the three-point shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
There's so many years in the NBA. You would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
To the inside. Pass to Kennard. Inside. Huff. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And good vision from Kennard there, just spotting the shooter who's ready to knock it down.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Curry. Butler in the corner. Outside Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Grizzlies have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. No good on that one.
Wow, well, wouldn't he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He hits the second from the line. Stolen. Got it off in time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident.
64. The Grizzlies, 54.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Pass to Jackson. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They host the Kings after this game. Moody's shot is off. And here are the Grizzlies with it. To the paint. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
In the corner, Moody with it. Got a piece of it. Hield outside. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Moody with it. Three-pointer, Payton. Offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. Here's Looney. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Payton right side. A 3-ball. Drills it from outside.
And how about the control on Payton's shot that time? He had it dialed in.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And Memphis making a change here. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Morant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And Butler, really, he's a two-way terror. I mean, that's the only way to say it, sending that one back.
Podziemski with it. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And the 3 off target. Here's Hart. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors leading by 12. Curry with it. Bridges covering. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Pass to Edey. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Podziemski. And the 3 ball is good.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
The shot's good. And it's 7 points for Josh Hart.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Butler. Oh, no, stopping by that time.
I like Butler down low, fighting for points.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Pass to Jackson. Down low. Edey. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Bridges, no one around him. Offline with his 3. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Curry outside. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Both shots good from the stripe. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastated.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders, and the very capable ones, of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Yep, that one goes in there. Curry's got 36.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Pass to Kennard.
Luke Kennard.
Here's Curry. Plays it up off the glass. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks.